What's up guys, my name is Lollipop and welcome to my very first review. Today we'll take a look of a game that I've played a lot in my childhood and that I still play today because it's one of my favorite games. Crash Twinsanity. Crash Twinsanity is the fifth Crash Bandicoot game released in 2004 on PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. It was developed by Traveller's Tale Oxford Studio and published by Vivendi Universal Games and Syria Entertainment.
I'm okay! The spikes broke my fall.
The game takes place 3 years after the events of Crash Bandicoot 4, where Neo Cortex and Uka Uka were stranded on the ocean at the end. In the beginning of Crash Twinsanity, Cortex gets stressed like Coco, Crash's sister, so that Crash, that is so stupid he believes it's actually his sister but with a beard, follow him to an arena where he will destroy him. Unfortunately, Crash defeats him again, and they both fall in a cavern together. When they finally get out, we discover the evil twins, two kind of alien birds I guess, that want to destroy Insanity Island. Crash and Cortex then decide to work together to defeat them. It is actually the first time in a Crash Bandicoot game that Cortex isn't the bad guy.
With my mighty intellect and your vacuous stupidity, we'll be unbeatable! Of course, only I have the key. Observe.
For the first time ever in a Crash Bandicoot game, we are able to move all around us. Usually in a Crash game, we follow a path and the game is divided by levels. But in Crash Twinsanity, we are in an open world, which is amazing. Being able to explore every little bit of Insanity Island just feels great, and all the movement that Crash can do just makes this game fun to play. Although the controls are great, the camera can sometimes be a pain in the ass. It's not that bad, but sometimes jumping on platform can be a bit tricky. Also, in Crash Twinsanity we can play as 3 different characters throughout the game. Crash Bandicoot, Neo Cortex,
Out of ammo.
and Nina Cortex. They all have different gameplay and abilities, which makes it very cool to play with them. Unfortunately, most of the time, we'll be playing as Crash. It's only a few times with the 2 others, which is understandable since it's a Crash game. But it would have been really cool to play a bit more with Nina. The game is full of surprise with its gameplay. Sometimes you will be controlling Crash and Cortex fighting, that's gonna be creating some kind of a ball, and other times you will be controlling Crash using Cortex as a snowboard.
I've never been so humiliated.
This game does have a lot of creativity in its gameplay. The boss fights though, all feel pretty much the same. You just turn around a circle and attack 3 times the guy and then you win. There is 2 boss fights that are really great though. The Dingodile one and the final boss fight are probably my favorites since you actually have a great challenge. Oh my god, the music of this game is simply amazing! I'll just shut up and let you listen to it for 10 seconds, alright? See? It's cool, right? Anyway, the music of this game was composed by Sparrowmouth, which only makes music with their voices. That means there is no instrument used in the soundtrack of Crash Twinsanity. This is very impressive in my opinion, and they did an amazing job. This is probably one of the best soundtrack I've heard in a video game.
Fish?
The graphics of Crash Twinsanity looks amazing. For a game released in 2004, I must admit it is beautiful. Each levels are different from the others and they all just look great. Take a look at the level design. The mushrooms look so nice. And look at this level, they did a really good job. The cartoonist side of the graphics just makes it really funny when it comes to character face expressions.
Let my brother go!
My crystals!
Although Crash Twinsanity is an amazing game, it does have a couple of flaws. I mean, the story doesn't make any sense with the levels you're playing, and there's just so many questions unanswered. For example, in the main title screen you can see that Cortex and Uka Uka are frozen in an iceberg, but later in the game, you see Uka Uka frozen on Cortex Island. How the hell did he even get there? Like, why is he frozen there? Like, just, what the fuck? Another example is when Cortex tries to kill his own niece with a school bus. Why would he do that? What? Oh, and have I mentioned how short this game is? I've completed 86% of the game in 3 hours and 30 minutes. This game is really short, and there isn't that much of replayability. I mean, yeah, you can collect gems and stuff, but it's so easy to get them that you'll probably get most of them in your first gameplay. Not only the gems are easy to find, but the whole game is easy. I mean, it would have been great to have a little bit more of a challenge against the enemies of this game. Even the boss fights are really easy.
It's easy! All too easy.
Most of the times when you die, it's not from an enemy, it's from falling down because of bad camera or because you missed a jump or something. Oh yeah, and you cannot skip the cutscenes. Even after you watched it once, you cannot skip them.
I shall crush you like the puny once you are. You are nothing to me, for I am the great and all-powerful Neo-Cortex. You infantile vermin, how dare you mock manhandle and manipulate me? Rest assured, I will take my terrible vengeance upon...
Yeah, whatever. Skip to the good bit.
Which means, if there is a cutscene right before a boss fight, and you die during the boss fight, you need to watch it again and again and again and again and again. Crash Twinsanity has over 500 glitches discovered. Yeah, 500. Probably more by the time this video is made. I'll just let you watch 20 seconds of the broken game. Like, I know it's a game created in 2004 and stuff, but in my opinion, a video game should not have that much glitches. Those glitches are due to the game being rushed in development.
How could things get any worse?
Also, a lot of cut content is in this game. There were supposed to be a fourth playable character, which is Coco, and there were supposed to be a lot of other levels also. They decided to remove this content because they did not have enough time and money to finish them, which is really unfortunate because this game could have been so much better. It's awesome as it is, but can you imagine it even better? It would have been a perfect Crash game. Even in a cutscene, Cortex says,
Come now, as we explore a new dimension! It should have been 2 new dimensions, but we ran out of time.
Does that mean they were supposed to be 2 dimensions? That would have been so great.
We require 6 power crystals in order to make the leap, and we have 4. Let's see. That isn't enough! All is lost!
Crash Twinsanity is an amazing game with a lot of creativity. Even if the story isn't the best, its great gameplay will make you just don't care about the story. This game is so fun. I don't know how many times I've completed it. But the game is really short, and you cannot skip the cutscenes, and there is so many glitches. So, my personal opinion about this game is a 7.5 on 10. Like, I'm sorry, I really want to give this game an 8 out of 10, but there's just so many things wrong with it, even though it's one of my favorite games. I recommend this game to everyone who likes platformers and Crash Bandicoot. Even if it's an old game, it is really good, trust me. So yeah, let me know your opinion on this game in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this review, and since it's my very first review, don't be shy to tell me in the comments what I should do to improve myself in future ones. Have a great day everyone, and I will see you next time.